Hi, this is Linda Helgeson with Sweet Aria Decor. I'm going to make a quick little wreath using this really cute Merry Christmas tree sign here. So it's got all these different little patterns. It's got the black and white buffalo check. It's got some green glitter. It's got some red glitter. It has got the green and black plaid, which is pretty popular this year, but it's got cheetah. It's got cheetah. How can you not love cheetah for Christmas, right? Yeah. So we're going to make this. I already put the mounts back on the backside. So I'm not cheating. I just, did it ahead of time. So anyway, we are going to make this using these ribbons. So let me line them up here and then you can compare it. Here we go. We'll zoom in here. You can compare and see. These match perfectly. They're so cute. See, I got the cheetah, got the buffalo, got the little the Christmas trees, which match the sign, and the green. So I am super excited about that. I have pre-cut these from another project, so I grabbed 6 red, 6 black on the tubing. So I think we're pretty much ready to rumble. I'm just going to do a little quick chitty chit chat as we're going through here. I had not been going live for a while. I've been like super busy and with holidays and everything else. So I'm taking my chenille stem and I am making my own work wreath using a Dollar Tree frame because they're cheap and they work. Kind of like me. No, just kidding. Here we go. Wrapping this around. I just been so busy. It just was hard. And, here's the thing. I don't like going live if I don't have makeup on and my hair doesn't look good. And you know what? I've given up on that. I want to be real here. Like, I don't put on makeup every day. Hell, I'm lucky if I put on a bra every day, right? Like, that's like the height of, ooh, I'm coordinated, is I'm wearing 2 socks that match and I'm wearing a stretchy bra that actually attaches in the back instead of sliding down over my head. So I figure, why not? I'm just going to go live as I am. Let's be keeping it real here, folks. All right, twisting these around. I got 6 on the inside. I'm going to do 6 on the outside. Man. Okay, so how many of you are like over Thanksgiving now? Like I cooked food and I made too much for myself and Aria and my stepkids. And now I've got all this food sitting in the fridge and I have been eating turkey so much turkey. I'm like over it. I am just sick to death of it. I make dumplings too. Not like, so a lot of people probably think dumplings, you think like, like Asian style dumplings, like with filling in them. I am talking about Bohemian Czech style dumplings. Little potato dumplings. If you've never enjoyed a good potato dumpling, Chateau makes a frozen version that we can get here in Chicago. I don't know if you can get it anywhere else. But potato dumplings, they're the bomb diggity. They're like little, like, imagine like mashed potatoes mixed with like bread. It's just like warm, happy goodness. And then it soaks in all of the gravy. And it's just, they're so good. They make me so chubby. My Aunt Marie had a recipe for how to make them homemade using Hungry Jack potato flakes. And that's kind of been one of the big family traditional dishes that we make, pass it down. Until Chateau started making these tiny little ones that you can just boil real quick. Like, oh, there we go. Nice and easy. So I don't mind eating the turkey and I have that, but like, I'm kind of sick of it, like tonight for dinner, I got Wendy's. Like, that was it. I'm done. All right. So now I've got all those on there. I've got 2 left over that I'm going to use to potentially make a bow. And then I'm going to get into this mesh. Now this mesh, this is cool mesh. I think this was the mesh that I actually won at Crafters Convention. Unless I bought more. But it's jute. And if you scroll in here, you can see that these little ribbons here, there's 6 little ribbons that are actually, there we go. You see better. it's got the cheetah print on there, which is really, really cute. So it still gives it a natural look, but it's got a bit of pattern on there to give it kind of like that sassy little kick. Ooh, I like that. So we shall see. I was doing a craft show the last 2 weekends. So I did one called Christmas Crossroads, which is fantastic. It is huge. It is held here in Lockport, Illinois. And it was the biggest show I'd ever done. I did really, really well. I sold a lot of stuff. So then the weekend after that, which was this past weekend, I did one at Marmion Academy up in Aurora, Illinois here, off of Butterfield. And that one, I didn't know what to expect because I'd never done that one before. Well, let me tell you, I did some pretty darn good business there too. It was crazy. I was selling a lot of my mesh trees. I sold wreaths. If you are a crafter, let me give you this little nugget of advice. I was running low on wreaths, so I'm like, you know what? I was up in my closet, I'm like, I grabbed some St. Patrick's Day. I grabbed a couple summer ones. I grabbed Valentine's Day. I even took my St. Patrick's Day tree. And you know what? They all sold. They all sold in November. In November of all times. So if you are a crafter and you do craft shows, do not limit your inventory just to the current holiday, because you will potentially be denying yourself some nice little profit. It was crazy. I could not believe it. Okay, I didn't count here, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need one more. I need one more. Give Mama one more. One more on the roll. One more on the roll. Oh, yeah, I got plenty. I didn't want to make these too big. I got a little bit left on there. I don't have any more of this mesh, and I can't get any more of this mesh, so I did not want to cut them too big and then suddenly be like, oh, okay, well, now I don't have enough. That would not be good. All right, so, you know what? I'm going to put these on this side. Sorry. I'm making a mesh. Okay, yeah. Every crafter gets that joke, Linda. You don't have to make it. It's okay. All right, so now I'm going to start rolling it up. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to make little curls here. Actually, maybe not. Maybe not on these. No, I think I'm going to try the overlap method. Yeah, I'll overlap it. So I'm going to take these little curls here, and I'm going to walk it up. Teeny, 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 tiny. And then I'm going to start on the outside. And I'm going to start adding these in. And I just twist it. I do not cut off the twist ties. You want to leave that there because you're going to undo it later because you are going to put your ribbon in there. All right, and then I'm just kind of overlapping the ends here. So it makes it's like a little circle, right? It looks like a little hole in it. It's kind of like a bagel, right? Oh, now I'm hungry. Stop it. You just ate, Linda. Stop. All right. I'm going to roll these up again. Here we go. Moving up. Trying to make it tiny. But I also want to, get moving here. My daughter fell asleep on the couch. So she is sleeping there. She may come in. She doesn't know I'm doing this live. It was completely unplanned. So you might hear her. You might hear the dog. It is what it is. It's a house. I live here. Life happens here. All right. I'm walking this next one up. Shouldn't be too bad. Earlier today, I made a very large, dark green and red gingerbread wreath that ends up measuring 26 inches wide. I did it on a greenery base because I had a very large gingerbread doll to attach to it. And I haven't finished taking the pictures yet, but I was really happy with how that one turned out. I spent most of my time yesterday cleaning up my craft space. Let me tell you the horror what happened last night. there was almost a death in the family. My Dyson vacuum cleaner that I love so much. I was going around the house. I was vacuuming like a mad woman down here. I was getting into crevices. I mean, like, I was intimately getting into a lot of spots. All were glitter and little pieces of ribbon tail went. I mean, it was crazy, right? So I had been running the vacuum for quite some time, and it was, you know, full. And I think it reached the point where, like, the dust canister was maxed out, and I think it might have overheated. But all of a sudden, it shut off. And I couldn't get it to start again. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I killed my Dyson. Because, you know, that's a very expensive vacuum cleaner. So I was freaking out about I killed the vacuum cleaner. I killed the vacuum cleaner. So I was looking online, and it says, actually, if that happens, you let it sit and rest and cool down. And most of the time, it'll actually reset itself. Well, lo and behold, this morning, I came in here and I turned my vacuum cleaner on, and it made the most joyous, loud, annoying sucking sound that I'd ever heard. And I was so happy, because let me tell you what Mama Linda does not want to have to do in December, and that is shell out $350 for a new dang vacuum cleaner. Do not want to do that. No, thank you. I already have enough bills and Christmas presents, and that was not fun. Okay, so I'm coming up now on my sixth ruffle. And that completes the outside ring. I can't wait to see what this one's going to look like. I have had these materials for a long time, and I just was waiting for the right time to make it. And then I misplaced the sign, and I didn't know what I did with the sign once I had all the ribbon, and I was like, are you kidding me? But now I found everything yesterday, so immediately I was like, I must make this. This is not laying very well. Roll that under on the top. Let's see if that lays a little better. I think I might have had it too tight. That'll come around. Pull that around that way. If there's one end that's frayed a little bit more, I try to push that one to the back. Okay, so this is the Melly Mel Sincerely Creative Mom method of doing the pancake. So I'm pretty happy with these. These look pretty good. So now I'm going to start in the inside ring. With this ring, Ivy Wreath. Going up here. So getting back to Christmas shopping. I got some really cool gifts this year for some people. And they follow me, so I can't talk about them. I can't tell you what it is. I'll tell you after Christmas. But it's some really cool stuff. Custom stuff, and it was really cool. And I also found a lot of cool things on Etsy because, you know, I have a shop on Etsy, but I also like to shop on Etsy because I like to support small business owners, much like myself. Especially ones like me who are now trying to do this as a full-time job. This is my full-time job now. I not currently doing any business analyst work. The stress and anxiety was getting to me too much. And then after I lost Mike, I decided that life was too short to be so stressed. So I am focusing on this. I think within the next few months, I am going to try to start selling supplies online because I live very close to Craig Bachman, which is an importer, and I think that could be a good way to kind of expand my business, which is something that I want to do. As much as I would love to have a physical shop, I don't think that I necessarily have the business sense for that. I like the ability to, if my daughter is sick that day, to be able to be here with her. That kind of thing. So I like having an online business and having that flexibility. But I might want to start teaching some wreath making classes. But it would be my ultimate dream, if I ever went in on it with a partner, would be to have a shop where we could display, you know, multiple different kind of handmade crafts year round, but also have a room where we can teach how to make those crafts. Much like people do, like Color Me Mine, and well, let's just have a wreath and wine party, you know. Let's let's get out some ribbon and get drunk, girls. Let's go have some fun, you know? Why not? A lot of people want to do things to blow off some steam, and not everybody, you know, can follow an online tutorial well. Sometimes you need to see it in person to be able to follow it better. And if there happens to be, you know, alcohol involved, well then so be it, you know. I'm not opposed. I did drink on Thanksgiving night. I had those Seagram's spiked ones where it's got like twice the alcohol content. If you can get a giant can of alcohol for like $3, it's like, you know, it's a giant freaking can, right? I mean, you could get very pleasantly buzzed off of like 2 of those. So like for $6, you can't go wrong. I don't want to go crazy or anything, but you know, I cooked, wanted to kick back, relax, enjoy life, and I did. And it was not too hungover the next day. I actually took my daughter to see Encanto, that cute new Disney movie. Alert, dead parent alert. So every time I take her to see a kid's movie, there somehow, in some way, is either a dead parent or a dead grandparent or someone's death figures massively into the storyline. Same with this movie. It's not too heavy, so it didn't bother her. It bothered me. Like, I was crying like a baby, but it doesn't take much to do that. But it was more for, you know, she'd comment about it to me, but, you know, she reached over, squeezed my hand, I squeezed her hand. You know, I just really wish they would stop making movies, like, with all the darn dead parents all the time. Like, I'm sitting there thinking, Aria, well, you have a dead dad, so I guess, you know, now you qualify. You could be a real Disney princess, right? Yeah, no, we're not putting that kind of spin on this. Not fun. Not something that we want to say is a good thing. I don't want to take my kid to the movies and then have her be triggered like that. So, you know, but it was a really, really cute film. It was just different, unique. It was a storyline that I hadn't heard before. It was not predictable. I enjoyed it, but I still want to see Eternals. Like, I love Marvel movies. I want to watch Hawkeye. I want to get into all that stuff again. I miss watching that stuff. Mike was my movie buddy. So I want to watch that stuff, but little one, she ain't up for that. So I'm just going to have to bribe her. The last time I took her to a movie that she didn't want to see, it was the Golden Girls live on the screen. So, you know, I kind of owed her one. Okay, where am I missing one? I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I cut too many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I cut too many. I'm good. I'm golden. I'm a golden girl. Okay, so this is what that wreath looks like. Thin. Not like me, but thin. All right, so now the next thing is we're going to cut the ribbon. I love these things. 14 inches. Wrap it around there. Cut it. Dovetail these suckers. And we call it a day. All right, let's get going. What I love about this ribbon is that it has this flocking on the edges. It's really pretty. I like it a lot. I like flocking. I like anything fuzzy. Fuzzy and fluffy because it reminds me of me. 2, 3, 4, 5. I will need 6 pieces of each of these ribbons. So I wrap it fully around this. I go fully around front and back 3 times. That gives me 6 pieces. Slide it through. Cut it there. Cut it there. Because this has the flocked edging, I'm going to cut these separately when I dovetail it, but you can see I'm dovetailing. Oh, here we go. Awesome. There's just so many movies that are out now that I want to go see. Nothing scary. I don't do scary. I don't do horror. I don't do a lot of that kind of stuff. I don't like going to movies where, like, you're stressed out and it raises your blood pressure and your anxiety level. Because, like shit, that's my whole day every day. Like, I don't need that when I go to a movie. You know, like, I like the Twilight movies, but those those had me on edge, you know. So I like, you know, I like going to movies to laugh. But you don't want to laugh too much, because when I go, I get like the 32-ounce gallon of soda. Yeah, and then I start laughing while I'm holding in that 32 ounces of soda. And then if someone's standing like downstream from me, just don't stand downstream, because you're in the splash zone. You better move. I hate like having to run to the bathroom, like you're trying to wait for the best part for it to stop. And I know there's that app called Run Pee, and I should download it again, that tells you when's the good part of the movie where you can go and not miss anything. I should download it again. I took it off because like for like a year and a half we weren't going to the movies. I'm really glad we are starting to go to the movies now. And we are starting to go out, and I have tickets to see Frozen the musical. I had 3 tickets. It was going to be myself, our 8-year-old Aria, and my husband. And that was for 2020. And that was going to be on December 20th. Well, December 20th was the day we learned he was dying. And he died the next day. So, fortunately, there's nothing fortunate at all about what happened. But because of COVID, they actually had rescheduled the musical for this year. So, had they not rescheduled it, we obviously would not have been there. So, I guess it's kind of bittersweet that we're going, because it was supposed to be with him. But we're taking her sister Sarah, who probably would have enjoyed it more, because I don't really know a lot of 52-year-old men that would like to sit there and watch Frozen the musical. Like, guys can watch musicals and love musicals, but the Frozen one is kind of meant for, like, you know, little girls. So, I'm glad that Sarah's going to enjoy it. I didn't realize this, but this ribbon almost, I think it exactly matches the ruffle here. That's so perfect. I'm so happy right now. It's kismet. It's fate. These were meant to go together. Like chocolate and peanut butter. Like cheeseburgers and French fries. Like me and Xanax. Yeah. Alright, let's see. I'm going to cut these this way. I know this is kind of the boring part, watching somebody cut ribbon. It's not very exciting, but it's a necessary part. Without the ribbon, is the wreath really a wreath? It's just a ring of mesh. I have so much ribbon that I have to go back and reorganize. It is insane. I posted a video on my YouTube channel earlier of all of the ribbon that I have, and it's almost shameful. It's embarrassing. It's definitely a hoarding issue, but it's going to be an organized hoarding issue. So if it's hoarding and it's organized, then it's not hoarding. It's a collection. That's how I like to think of it. Yeah. I can justify anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I don't know why this black and green plaid ribbon reminds me of the Wicked Witch of the West. I don't know why. I'll get you my pretty wreath and your little ribbons too. Do 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 do. Oh, green and black plaid. I think I love you most of all. Alright, here we go. Cutting the rest of these. Alrighty. Man, I am so tired. My arm hurts. I just got my COVID booster. I got my COVID booster in my left arm, and I got my flu shot in my right arm. So tomorrow, I'm going to be walking around like this, because I'm not going to be able to move my arms. My daughter got hers, too. She was not pleased. That's an understatement. Not pleased. But at least she's protected. Especially with the flu vaccine, you know. Nobody wants to get the flu. We had one year after Thanksgiving, it was like, all of us at Thanksgiving, except for like 2 people, had caught like a flu virus at Thanksgiving, and I didn't know if it was food poisoning or what. But the next day, we called it Yak Friday. It was, I don't know if I've told the story before, but it was bad. Like, vomit everywhere. Like, poor Mackenzie was 16 at the time. She had to watch, like, the 5-month-old baby who was teething. Because, yeah. My kid woke up. Can you hear her? Nice. She's going to come in here in a second complaining about the dog. Because she's got some jealousy issues. Yeah. I wish she was that cute little teething kid. Because now she's, there's a word for her. She's difficult. Alrighty. So now I've got our ribbon stacks. I'm going to pair up the Christmas tree with the green plaid. And then I'm also going to pair up the red plaid with the cheetah, because you don't want to have plaid and plaid, and you don't want to have beige and beige. So this was pretty much the only way this was going to go, because I wanted to have a 2.5 inch and then a 1.5 inch. So I'm going to start on the inside ring, and then I'm going to put in either a red or a black piece of tubing. I'm going to put the red with the buffalo, and I'm going to put the black with the green, because I think, well, maybe not, maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to see how it feels in the moment. I want it to be spontaneous. It's going to come to me out of the blue. Kind of like gas in the middle of the night, when I least expect it. There it is. All right. So if I did red, it kind of pops. Black, I think I'm going to go with the black. Well, no, I'm going red, because there's already a lot of red in there, and there's not too much red. There's just a little red on the flocking, so I'm going to put the red in here. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going black, because these reds are a little bit too different. All right. Putting that in there. Here we go. So then once I put that in there, this is me winding it around. Sorry. Okay, so then once I get about, I wind it up about 1 inch, and I can just snip these puppies off. Careful not to cut your mesh. And then I just kind of wrap it around. Also be careful not to cut the skin on your knuckle. Been there, done that. Freaking hurts. All right. These are separated. Okay, so we've got... Oh, I just dumped my sign. Hold on. There we go. Is that a sign that things aren't going well? Sorry. Okay, that was lame. All right. So you can see how I've separated these out so they're not sitting on top of each other. So it looks like that. Okay, here we go. Oh, I just saw. How do I keep the ends? Ah, I'm missing my comment. Darn it. I think it was, how do I keep the ends of the mesh from fraying? Oh, I just saw. Ah, no. No, quiet. How do I keep the ends? No, I don't want to hear myself talking. Stop. I'm missing my comment. Darn it. No. I think it was, how do I keep the ends of the mesh? All right. I'm turning myself off. I don't want to hear myself talk. I don't like that. If it lays down on there, I mean, it's fraying a little bit. So I am snipping it a little bit, but I do not like to use the wood cutting tool because hot things and iron don't mix. A la the glue gun mishap of Crafters Convention. I think just laying it in there, just trimming where it needs to go. But it's going to fray. It's just part of, kind of what happens. But if we don't mess with it too much, if we just kind of let it sit, I don't see it too bad. And if I tuck the end that seems more frayed underneath the nicer end, that seems like that prevents a lot of the fraying from occurring. So I'm not too worried about it. Plus, the ribbons are going to cover a lot of that as well. All right. I can't wait till next Crafters Convention in July. That might be the next time I get some time away from my kid. Not that I'm looking forward to that, but I'm looking forward to that. Like, any of you guys have a kid that like is like smothers you sometimes? Like, she's so afraid of anything happening to me that she just will not let me go anywhere. Or if I do, I have to tell her the exact time I'm going to be back. And if I'm not, she will start calling me or asking my mom to call me. And it's hard, man. It is hard. I did not plan on being a single parent. Hey, baby, you want to come say hi? I'm live. Come say hi. See, there you are. Wave. Look up there. This is Aria. Can you do me a favor, sweetie? Can you go put the wood gate in front of the metal gate so Gigi stops scratching at it? You can come back. Just go do that, and then you can come right back. All right. I'm going to have a little helper, which I'm excited about. All right. 2 down. I'll start doing this faster. I'll stop yakking. Less yakking, more rapping. All right. Here we go. Squish. So you want to tell everybody how your day was today? How was school?
Good.
School was good?
Yeah.
What'd you have for lunch?
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nugget. That's the same thing you had for dinner. That's what you made me get you at Wendy's. If I'd known that, you're going to be a chicken nugget. You're turning into a chicken nugget. I see feathers forming on you as you speak. Yeah. Alrighty, so I'm going around here. Alright, this is going to be fun. I am loving this already. Like McDonald's. Oh, she got her art supplies. She has left our company. She will no longer be with us. I'm not as fun as markers and a pad of paper. She is quite the budding artist. I'm very proud of how she's drawing and sticking to it. She goes to an art class after school on Wednesdays. I'm saving all of her drawings so when she's famous, I can be like, look, I'm going to sell this for $50,000 on eBay because it's got Aria's name on it from when she was 8. Right? You be a famous artist? Oh, you're going to sit here and join me? Good. Keep me company, baby. Keep me company. Alrighty.
I'm thinking of what your next wreath should be.
Are you going to draw a wreath design for me?
Yes.
Cool.
You have to copy it.
Then I have to make it. I will accept that challenge. If you draw it, and I want you to be specific on what certain colors are, then I will make that wreath. If you draw it, I will wreath. What, baby? Ooh, I feel like I'm inhaling some of these little pieces here. Okay. Going through, so now I'm on number 5. I'm almost done with number 6, the outside ring, and then we will go and start the inside ring. Getting back to Crafters Convention, that is in July this year, and I am super excited. And you know what I forgot to do? I'm taking these out. I'm taking these out of the outside ring. It's going to make it lay too thick. Okay, so I just pulled these out, but I am going to put them on the inside ring. Just decided I did not want to do that there. Because you can't see them. It's kind of wasted material at that point. And I knocked over the sign again. Will I never learn? No. Alright, so I'll show you what this looks like in just a second. And I can't remember if I got this sign at Crafters Convention or if this was one that I ordered from Polka Dot Wreath Co. She thought the dog had gotten into a piece of chocolate. It's a piece of poop. It's poo, not chocolate. Oh my gosh. Have you ever seen that American Pie movie, American Wedding, where he's walking the dog and the dog had eaten the wedding ring and he had to the mother wanted the chocolate, and he was trying to pick up the piece of poop that had the ring in it, and then the mom wanted to pretend it was a piece of chocolate, so they didn't know that he'd eaten the ring. And then the mother's like, oh, I love chocolate. Let me try that. And Stifler's like, oh, no, you can't have it. I want it. And then he eats it. Yeah. I don't know why that just came into mind right now. It's not pleasant. I don't know why I just shared that, but that's what popped into my mind. And it's just another fun night here at the Helgeson house. Did you get my purse out of there? Okay, thanks. Did Gigi get into my credit cards? Was she online shopping? Was she on Chewy.com ordering all sorts of things? Maybe. Okay. Okay, so I forgot that I was going to put that jute tubing in here, so I'm going to open this back up. Can you tell that this was not really well planned for tonight? I just figured, I'll go live and share while I'm doing some stuff. Well, yeah. My planning is not so hot. All right, here we go. Because the bottom ones, you can't really see like the part where everything attaches up there. So the bottom ones are kind of safe, but on the top, unless you move your sign over a certain way, you can kind of see. So I don't want people to kind of see that. So at least here this way it's kind of covered a little bit. So this is kind of what it's looking like here on the top. You can see that down here. So now I'm going to keep going around. Ooh, a little heartburn. I should not drink lemonade late in the evening. All right, and this one's going to get the red one. Okay. Ugh. That dog of mine is crazy. Crazy, crazy dog. She's a cutie. I just got her own like little stocking that has the name Gigi on it. So excited. She's got her own Christmas stocking now. I got one for my daughter's dog, Ollie, so he's got his own now. Because as valued members of the family, they need to be treated as equals. And if everyone else has a stocking, then so should they. Alrighty. I have not decided yet if I am actually going to be putting a ribbon on this or not. I do have a way where I make a flat ribbon. Because I think if it doesn't have one, sometimes it looks a little flat. So I can either put a ribbon on it, like up at the top, where it doesn't have tails that hang down, and the tails kind of more go out to the sides. Or I can have a ribbon where the tails kind of come down, and the sign is kind of more between the 3 and 6 o'clock position of the wreath. So I'm going to take a look at it and see what I feel it needs. Like I said before, I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes I feel like the wreaths will kind of like lend themselves to tell me what they want. I am merely the vessel for their message. Yeah. I'm a nutty old fruitcake. Sorry. I'm crazy. All right. Here we go. All right. After this, we only have 2 more. And then I can sit down for like 2 minutes before the dog ends up ripping up a napkin, and then I got to clean up the pieces of that. Oh, woman's work is never done. All right. Oh, which reminds me, please hold. Aria, can you please do your homework? Oops. She had an appointment after school, so we kind of did that. Okay, we'll just get it out, and then I'll help you when I can. Unless it's math, in which case you're screwed, because that is not my forte, honey. Not good math at all. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Poor kid. Mike, brilliant with math. Me, no. It was really bad. Like, I was trying to add up totals over the weekend of people who bought multiple items for me, and I had to actually use the app on my phone because I can't add in my head that fast. I just can't. I mean, some people have different talents. Numbers are not one of mine. So here we go. Coming around here. Ooh, pull that a little bit. Make sure it's a bit more even. I kind of was a little bit lazy with this. I didn't fold my ribbons in half before I gathered it and put it on. I should. I just got lazy. Like, by this time of year, like, most of us crafters are so burned out. You know, and I'm trying to still stay joyful with what I'm creating and you know, like it and have it be exciting, because that's why I do this. And I also like to, I figure if I'm happy and joyful and I infuse that into what I'm making, then the person that buys that will hopefully feel that same way. I know it sounds hokey, but that's how I feel. Put a little piece of ourselves into our work. And that's why sometimes it's sad when you sell something at a craft show and you see it walk out for the last time, and it's kind of sad. I feel like Lionel Richie. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I miss you. Yeah. All right, so this is the finished wreath so far. Now we still have to put the sign on. So this is the sign. I could put it in the middle, and then it would not have any kind of bow, or I could put it down here and put a little bit of a bow on there. And I think that's what I want to do. Because this one, just to me, it needs a little bit more zhuzh. I don't know. So I'm going to attach the sign first. So I'm going to take 2 pipe cleaners. I will use black. I know, actually no. I'm going to use the brown. Use the brown. Matching the color of the mesh. I'm going to just slide these in here. So these have been attached with E6000. And then while the E6000 was drying, I put some hot glue just to make sure that they stayed on and didn't fall off. So hopefully this shiz is on there tight. Feels pretty good to me. So we will see. All right, so I feed it in. So I'm going to feed it in right through this one ruffle. And then also I think through, I'm not sure which one that's going to line up with. I'm going to do just the bottom one first. And then that'll help guide me to the other one. Now, I'm not going to make it super tight when I attach it here, because I might need to pull up a little bit in order to try to cover, you know, some of the 3 o'clock positioning, if you will. Okay, so for right now, I'm just going to kind of lightly attach. Then I'm going to say, okay, this seems like it wants to go up here. So it would look like that, because it's going to attach right here. So let's do that. And while it's a pancake wreath, I also don't want to pull the sign so tight that it ends up distorting all the mesh and making it look kind of weird. We don't want that either. So find where I feed that through. Find the other side. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to pull that. Yeah, because if I pull too tight, it starts tilting in toward the center. And I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna, it's tight, but it's not like tight. Like my pants after Thanksgiving. It's not that tight. I don't think my pants were tight. I'm not even sure what pants I wore. Might have been jeans. Whatever it was, I know darn well it had an elastic waistband. All right, I'm going to tighten this one down here on the bottom then. I like where that is. That worked out good. I'm happy with the positioning. Feels good. It's not so tight that it's distorting anything, but it's tight enough where it's not going to go anywheres. All right. I think I'm going to do a little flat bow. I don't know if I'm going to have like super long tails hanging down, but I definitely do want to have a bow up at the top. So let's take a look. So this is the sign. where it's positioned. So we're going to put something kind of right about here. So I would call it the between the 10 and 11 o'clock position up there. So I've got my bow maker, deluxe bow maker. There's a new one out. I'm going to ask Santa for it for Christmas. Santa, bring me a bow maker. Boom, 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 boom. I want a new bow maker for Christmas. Only the new easy one will do. All right. Now I'm going to pull out my ribbons that I was working with. I had these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start by putting this buffalo plaid in the back. I don't think I want tails on this one. I think I want this one just to kind of be kind of a bit like a flat terry type bow. So I'm just going to come out to the sides on this one. I'll put that one there like that is barely touching the 7-inch mark. Ew. I got a fuzz in my mouth. Yuck. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Don't eat the wreath, Linda. Get a snack, woman, but stop eating your decorations. All right, and this one comes out to 6. So then I put that in there. I twist it nice and tight because the key to a good bow is a nice twist. Bring this back out to 6. Push it back down, and I hold it, and I do a nice tight twist. Unless I don't... Yeah, I think I do want to do another. I'm going to do another set. There, twist, there, twist. Okay, so now I have 2 loops on either side, and then I have the little tail that's going to come out. And that little tail is going to come hit just by 7 inches, so I'm going to cut it a little longer than 7 because I have to dovetail it. Dovetail. All right, now I think what I want to do is actually put the tail in the middle. So you can see, let's get that off of there. Okay, because remember these bows need to lay flat because these are on pancakes. So that is what this bow currently looks like. Okay, got the right there on the side. Okay, now I'm going to add in this one. I may not do 2 loops because this has the flocking, so this is going to be a little thicker. Maybe I'll go down there. Okay, I'm going to put one there. I'm going to come through with my loop. I'm going to make my loop at about 5 inches. Okay, at exactly 5 inches. I don't know why I said about. It has to be exactly 5. It must be the same on either side. That's why wreath making for people like me with OCD is kind of good because like we're all about symmetry. Okay, I'm going to pull these loops up to the top. That there. Okay. So now we have 2 patterns left of the 1.5 inch. So I think I am going to do the green next because I want to have darker, lighter, darker, lighter. So you're layering it like a cake, like a pretty cake of different colors. All right, I'm going to put that tail probably right in here. Yeah, because I don't think I want it up like that. But I think this one I'm probably going to do 2 loops. Let me see. I'm going to 4 inches on that side and 4 inches on that side. Twisty, loopy, come on down. All right. Now that one will come out. I'll do that at. I like to make these tails a little bit longer. Plus, it's a thinner ribbon, so it's not going to completely cover up any of the 2.5 inch. But I think I'm going to do what I did with the first bow and put the tail in between the loops. Okay, and it's still, as you can see, still rather thin. And then I'm going to come in with just one loop, I think, of the cheetah print. I'm going to make these tails smaller and kind of down toward the bottom, so I'll show you in just a second what that look like. Now I don't want to just end it with, because I don't want to be able to see what's in the center there, so I'm going to twist it. I'm going to do a tiny, sweet little center loop that can lay flat. You can squish it flat. All right. And yes, the tail ended up on the same side, but when I squish it all together in the zip tie, I can move that one over here, and it ends up on the right side, and you'll never be able to tell. Okay, so we get I have my black zip tie. I'm going to squish this down. I'm going to make what I call my ribbon sandwich, right? I'm holding this thing like a giant BLT going into my mouth. I'm holding tight and I ain't letting go. So I hold super tight. I'm going to take the zip tie. I'm going to shove it between my fingers there, and then I'm going to put it just under my thumb. So I've got this whole thing, you can see there, this whole thing like a big little sandwich, upside down sandwich. I'm going to bring that from the back into the zip tie, pull it up through the middle, and then pull. Now I'm going to tighten it, but I'm not going to super tighten it until I'm sure that I think everything's okay, everything is included. I've got the pipe cleaners in the back that I'm going to use to attach it. Looks fine to me. Okay, so now I did my super tight pull. Now I'm going to trim off the rest. You don't have to use a zip tie. I just like to because it keeps everything all tightened together. Sometimes people just flat out use a chenille stem. That works too. All right, and I'm going to show you in just 1 minute what the finished bow looks like. So making sure I spread everything out and then have everything lay in between. So it's like layers. You don't want anything completely covered up by any other layer. Okay. I am really happy with how this turned out. And this is our bow. And you can see it is, here, I'll go back to the big screen here. It is not very thick. It can squish. It can lay flat. And I can squish this thing all the way down. It's flat, but it still looks pretty. And if you pre-squish it and you put it on the wreath this way, then I think it looks nicer because you're controlling how it flattens as opposed to having it fluffy, putting it on your door, and then your door is going to tell you how it's going to squish that thing. So, all right. Let me just get this ribbon out of the way, and then we will attach it to our wreath and call it a night. Because I'm tired. I am beat. I'm beat like an egg, baby. Beaten like an egg. All right. Trying to figure out where I want it to go. I think I'm going to put it here, but maybe on a little bit of an angle because I don't want to cover up any of the Merry Christmas wording on there. So I'm going to feed it through the inside here. The one at the 11 o'clock point. I would be doing this faster if I weren't so freaking tired. Those craft shows take a lot out of you, man. I was setting up those grid walls. There's got to be a better way to do this. Because they were heavy. And my poor dad had to help me. And oh my gosh, it was a thing. And then it never fails. As soon as you go to clean up from a craft show and to put stuff away, Mother Nature's like, hey, I see you're trying to do something with some very delicate things. Let me kick up the wind for you to give you an extra added challenge because I know you can handle it. Mother Nature, you a bitch. The stuff was blowing. 2 weeks ago, I had my big giant green Christmas tree that actually sold. I just carried that out to the car. It was like a sail. It basically kind of launched me through the parking lot. It's like midair. It's like, ooh, is that Santa in a sleigh? No, it's a chubby woman in a mesh tree flying through the air. What's going on? It was insane. It was awful. It was one of those days where I came home and just kind of sat on the couch and thought, I got to rethink my life, my life choices. We got to do something different. So my dad's trying to help me come up with some kind of alternative, also so that he doesn't have to go to the shows and help me, because my poor dad, my dad is my director of logistics, and he has just been busting his butt this year to help me. My mom's been busting her butt to watch Aria for me. And I don't want to have to ask them for help, because, you know, they're tired. They're getting older. They've done this a lot. And, you know, they've helped me so much this last year that I want to become more self-sufficient in this, so that they can enjoy the wreaths and not be like, oh God, Linda, is there another show coming up? Please, no. So, okay. So this is what the finished wreath looks like. Got our finished one. It's got a little bit of a cockeyed angled bow, which I hadn't done before, but I really like it. It's narrow. Again, it's very thin, and didn't take that long to do. I don't notice too much fraying. There's a little bit of fraying I see on the back. I can trim those off. That's probably just from the initial cuts. But there's also spray sealant that people can get that they can spray on here to help that too. But I do not like wanting to do a wood cutting tool. I don't do well with hot or cold or anything sharp. I'm just a klutz. Anyway, so this is our happy wreath. Thank you very much for hanging in there with me, for listening to the dog poop story, for just my crazy self. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I hope your Christmas cheer is in full swing, because it is almost 25 days till Christmas, baby. Woo! All right. Peace out. Get your jingle on. Bye.